Brum bum brum bum brum brum bum brum bum brum bum. Do you know that the Mighty Ducks turned 20 the other day?
Wow, we're old.
I want to watch that movie now. I have that movie. Are you ready?
You know what else is turning 20?
You are!
You know what's going to be in the...
It was a good year. Got a brother, got Mighty Ducks, got Super Nintendo. It was a good year.
Which is number 1?
The brother?
Okay.
It's SuperStarcraftBros.
Go Wednesday.
I'm Jay.
I'm Iron Sparks.
Those are Zer.
And welcome to this episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Seriously, the map looks nothing like that road. It's purple. I remember that road being like yellowish gold.
Just close your eyes slightly and poke them.
Now I just see my eyelashes in front of it.
Like, you're just like...
You want to poke myself in the eye?
No, it's like push near the side.
Whatever. No.
Hit yourself in the back of the head.
I'm not hurting my occipital lobe, jerk. Like I said, I'm Jay.
I'm Iron Sparks.
And Gold Wednesdays. So we have a ZvT here on Cloud Kingdom and Iron Sparks, who are our adversaries warring it out on the purple planet.
Well, in the bottom left corner, we have our red ZvT Syscolin.
Sure.
Whatever. And in our top right corner, we have our blue Terran Nocha.
Noche. Sounds very romantic. Noche.
What's the Spanish word for nachos?
Probably not nacho, actually. Do they actually eat nachos in like Mexico or Spain?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I mean, if that's American. Really bad chips covered in really bad cheese sauce. That's like 90% of nachos.
But cheese sauce.
It's not even really cheese. It's like artificial cheese sauce.
I don't even know if I've...
Oh, there was this restaurant. I think we went to it once with the family, but I used to go with my friends every time.
With the family?
It was up Flamingo Road. So if you're from Las Vegas, you'll understand this. And it was called Boston's. And they had the most amazing nachos ever. Because instead of like having all the nacho chips and just dumping everything down on it, they would like individually cover each nacho chip with like a layer of cheese and beef and beans and lettuce and salsa and all that. Oh my god, it was amazing. Like you'd pick up the nacho chip and it'd be like, be heavy and then be like, oh my god.
But the thing with nachos, I think you should always have that little piece of it that's not covered.
God, I want Boston's to come back. I went out of business like a year after it opened.
It's because you didn't go there enough.
Actually, there's a place down in Town Square off of Las Vegas Boulevard. Again, if you're from Vegas, you'll understand this. We actually had the nachos at, it's not Cadillac Ranch anymore, Ranch House. They have good nachos. If you go during happy hour, they're half off nachos. Stop, you're way too close to me. Back up. Alright, back to the game. Expand for the Zerg player. His spawning pool's down, droning up, and it looks like a complete wall off for Noche and a very, very fast factory.
Yeah, so we're going to be seeing out these we're going to be seeing these Hellions getting out. It was a long week.
It's Wednesday.
I had a physics test yesterday.
It's Wednesday. How did that go? I didn't ask you how that went yesterday.
I feel pretty good about it.
Good.
So we'll probably fit. No, I'm kidding.
Destroyed your two factories.
When one just isn't enough.
Alright, so we have two factories, so we're going to see very heavy mech play from Noche. And from Syscolin. Nothing so far. I just, Western voice for... Why did you scoot away? Come back. Alright, I'm interested to see what happens. We do have a Marine out right now just to hold that wall and a vast armory, so we are most likely going to see Thors.
Well, we're getting this tech lab down, so we're probably going to see tanks. No, we're going to see straight Thors.
We're going to see straight Thors. So this will be very interesting. Syscolin, pretty much just doing a very standard macro-based intro build. Droning up, getting his queens right now, and Noche is just doing this very, very peculiar Thor rush.
You know what I really would have liked? I really would have liked to see at least a few Hellions out. I mean, they're not going to make that much of a difference because you're still waiting on the.
I think he's just saving the minerals for Thors. I mean, he's going to try and get 2 Thors out as soon as possible.
But when you're waiting
there's
on
the first Thor.
I mean, the Hellions could have provided good scouting information, as well as done some economic damage.
I don't know. Right now, I think Nocha is going to do really well with these Thors because there's nothing on the map for Syscolin.
Really?
Seriously, I can keep this up the whole game because I'm having fun with it. Gas guys is going down, so essentially we got a very Spanishiwa style build from Syscolin. Deciding to get those queens out first, deciding then to get the drones, and then get all the gas.
Well, it's because normally you don't see Thors.
I mean,
before the 10-minute mark.
Syscolin. Oh, I slipped! Syscolin!
Oh.
Was probably expecting some type of early Marine Marauder type push. There is a Hellion on the field now with this.
Yeah, it looks like he is mixing up the Thor Hellion.
I think it's just because of that Vespene gas.
Yeah,
he doesn't have enough to make the Thors.
Just because of the money intensive.
You know, if he's going to do this, it would be a great idea to get that blue flame out for the Hellions. But again, I think Nocha is trying to get, you know, just as many Thors as possible. And I've played games. I've played one game. It's probably the longest game of StarCraft 2 I've ever played, and it was ZvT. I played it on what was it? Nocha Caverns. You remember that map? And it really much turned into what most Terran games are nowadays, where it was tank line versus tank line. And the guy let me expand to 4 bases, and I just went, you know what? Ow, poor Ling. I'm just gonna get Thors. And I maxed up the Thors, built up I got the armor upgrades, got the attack upgrades, went through, destroyed this guy's tank line. And then he complained about me because he's like, oh, all you can do is Thors. I'm like, we're 50 minutes into the game. You let me build up Thors. Alright, the Thor, SCV, and Hellion Army. Would you call this an all-in cheese?
I would call it particularly strange.
I call it this would be like a Thor all-in to me. He has the SCVs with it to repair. He's got some Hellions right now to like cut down on Zerglings.
That way if he goes for like a surround, it's not going to happen.
I don't consider it cheese, but I would consider this like, you know, right below a cheese is an all-in. And I would call this like a Thor all-in.
Yeah, you can't say it's not all-in because he's not doing anything.
I do like that the Evo chambers were put there as a wall. Without roaches or anything, I don't know if...
Yeah,
Syscolin is going to be able to like fight this back.
Yeah, he's really not going to be able to hold.
I mean, this queen's getting a lot of hits in though.
I mean, all he can really build up is Zerglings.
Yeah, he's really got to target these SCVs, which is very hard when the aggro on the Lings are going to want to attack the Thor.
And especially since you have his Hellions out doing damage as well. It's just not boding well for the Zerg player.
No, I mean, there are still SCVs repairing these mech units. Right now, Syscolin needs to throw in his cowboy hat and say goodbye. It does work. Repairing SCVs work amazingly.
Yes, really.
Really, the E and the A are that hard to type out.
And that other L.
Well, we got 3 Thors on the base now, and well, Syscolin throws out the GG. Nocha throws out a GG, and his Thor rush wins. Although Syscolin is gonna rage.
Scout.
Yeah, you gotta scout. And get roaches. If you had a build like this, like just something, you know, frustrating, like a rush like this, and your opponent just like validly come out and ask, you know, could you tell me how to counter this? Would you tell him? I think bottom line, if you scout, get those overlords into the base. Yeah, I think.
What you need to do, you send that overlord in there prior to the Marines getting built.
Yeah.
You see that factory going up. You see the double gas going up, and you see he hid the armory, so you wouldn't have seen it.
I don't know. Like if you see the barracks, you see the factory, you know he's at least going either 1-on-1 or straight into mech play. Get roaches.
Yeah. I mean, because
I mean, like a pack of Lings at that gate, at that barracks and supply depot wall off, that real quickly could have hurt. But again, looking at Syscolin, there, I didn't do it. You happy? You know, he was focusing on his macro game. He had an excellent macro game early on. You know, he was ready for any type of small Hellion poke in. He was ready for any type of little Marine poke in. But, you know, he needed to scout these Thors. And the moment he saw the Thors, hell, I mean, he shit roaches. I mean,
You know, even the moment he saw these factories,
yeah.
just throw down the
I
roach
mean,
for him.
double factory.
Mhm.
I mean, you know this guy's good. He's got the Iron Cross on his building, so. You know, a good game. Leave a comment down below on how you think Syscolin could have, you know, countered Noche's kind of Thor rush all in. And, yeah.
Hit the like button.
Subscribe.
Yada yada.
Share. Send us your replay at SuperStarcraftBros@gmail.com, and the email address is down below in the description. Good luck and have fun. If you don't watch any YouTube videos tomorrow, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving.
If you do watch YouTube tomorrow, I hope you still have a great Thanksgiving.
Yep, and we're thankful for your viewership. I think that's our big thing, and we'll talk about that more on Thanksgiving tomorrow. GG.
GG.